Hi children, how are you all? I hope all you are fine. So children, in that previous video, we discussed up to 6 questions, right? So in this video, we are going to discuss the questions from 7 onwards. Okay children? So let us see here, what is that question 7th one? A publish prints 32 lines. A publish prints 32 lines in each page. So one of the book is there, in that one of the page is containing here, how many lines? 32 lines are there. So here number of lines, 32 lines, and takes 400 pages to print the matter. Understand? If they print here, if they publish here 32 lines, a publisher publishes here or prints here 32 lines. A publisher prints here 32 lines in one of the pages. Okay, then that book completes here. It takes 400 pages to complete the total matter. Okay, then here they are asking if each page is containing 32 lines, then the book is having that 400 pages. Then the book is having 400 pages. If the number of pages are restricted, okay, some of that publishers having some restrictions, right? Just like that book contains just only 250 pages or 300 pages, like that. Okay, so like that only, here also one restriction is there. Okay, as per that restriction, here number of pages should be 320. Number of pages should be 320 only. Then here each page is containing how many lines they are asking. Okay, so just observe this question now. Here 32 lines there, each page is having 32 lines. Then here number of pages 400 pages, and come to this one here 320 pages. Then number of pages become as decreased here. Sorry, number of pages here, that one become as decreased only, no, 400 to 320. That is decreasing order only, no. If that 320 pages only there, means a number of lines will be increased in each page. Yes or no? Then only we will get the total concept should be adjusted in that 320 pages, means here actually 32 lines there, then the number of lines will be increased here. Okay, so number of pages decreased, number of lines will be increased. So this is in which proportion, ma? Inverse proportion. Okay, as per this one here, 32 is to x. Okay, number of lines, as here we have to take that inverse proportion of this one, right? Inverse ratio we have to take, inverse ratio of 400 and 320. Okay, so that's why here 320 is to 400. Clear? From this one, (32 into 400). So x is equals to here 32 into 400 by 320. Clear? So here 32 ones and 32 tens, 320. 0 and 0 gets cancelled. Finally x is equals to 40 lines. X is equal to how many lines, ma? 40 lines. If that each page is containing here 40 lines, then here number of pages will be 320. Okay, so this is that answer. Which option is correct, ma? Here option A is correct, that is 40 lines. Understand? Let us see that next 8th question. In an army camp, some provisions, okay, some rules are there, some provisions are there. Those are enough for 72 days. Those are enough for 72 days. So this is total number of days. Total number of days, total number of days that is sufficient for that is 72 days. Okay, but here what we given, that is sufficient for 800 people. That is sufficient for 800 people. But here, if after 22 days, okay, actually those are sufficient for 72 days. But from that first day onwards, after 22 days. So after 22 days means how many days, ma? 72 minus 22. So here 50 days. Okay, still remaining leftover days 50 days only. After 22 days means already 22 days completed out of 72 days. So the leftover how many days are there here? 50 days are there. Clear? So this is sufficient for 50 days for that 800 people. For that 800 people. After that, if 400 people will join, if 400 people will join along with 800 people, then that provisions are sufficient for how many days they are asking. Then the provisions are sufficient for how many days? Okay, provisions will last. So how many days? of provisions will last, that is the question. Okay, this is the meaning of that question. From this one, see here, number of people increased. Number of people increased. Then here, actually for that 800 people, here this is sufficient for 50 days. Okay, after 22 days, we are calculating this one, not from the first day. Okay, so up to the 22 days, here the people are 800 people are there. And after 22 days means on that 50th day onwards, here how many people added here? 400 people added. Now here total number of people 1200 people are there. 800 plus 400 is equal to 1200 people. Now the provisions are last for how many days they are asking. Okay, so this is also inverse proportion only, no? So 50 is to x as is to 1200 is to 800. From this one, x into 1200 is equals to 50 into 800. From this one, x is equals to 50 into 800 by 1200. 2 zeros and 2 zeros gets cancelled. Again cancellation here, 4 2s 8, 4 3s 12. Clear? Next 50 into 2 by 3, which is equals to 52s here 100 by 3. So cancellations, actually answer is there in that mixed fraction. So convert this one as mixed fraction. Here 333 is 99. 99 plus 100. Okay. So the provisions are last for here 33 and 1 by 3 days. Which option is correct ma here? 33 and 1 by 3 days. Understand? So this is that 8th one. Next 9th question, see here, what is that? Some workers working 10 hours a day. Working 10 hours a day. Okay. If they complete the work in 60 days. If they complete a work in 60 days, which means 10 hours a day and they are taking here 60 days. 60 days time. Some workers are there. How many workers are there? They didn't mention. Just they are saying that some workers are there. They are working here in a day out of 24 hours. They are working 10 hours. Okay, 10 hours a day. Then the work will be finished in 60 days. Then the work will be finished in 60 days. Now, if they work 15 hours per day, same number of workers, here number of workers constant ma. There is no change in number of workers. Okay. So, number of workers constant. If they work here, workload here will be 15 hours a day. Okay. Workload will be increased. Then here, in how many days the work will be finished? Okay, actually they are working 10 hours per day. 10 hours per day, then they are taking here 60 days to complete some work. Okay, 60 days to complete. If their workload will be increased to 15 hours, then in how many days they will finish that one particular work? Okay, that's what they are asking. So, number of hours increased means number of days will be decreased. Yes or no? So that's why again these two are in inverse proportion. So in that manner 10 is to 15 as is to, here let it be some x. Now here x is to 60. Clear? So 15 into x is equals to 10 into 60. From this one x is equals to 10 into 60 by 15. 15 ones, 15 fours are 60. So 10 fours are 40. X is equal to 40. Am I clear? So, if they will take here 10 hours time, okay, 10 hours time to finish a work in a day, then they will take here 60 days to finish that complete work. Okay. If they will work here 15 hours per day, then they will complete the same work in 40 days. Okay, which one is the correct answer ma here? Option C is correct, that is 40 days. Understand? Let us see here next 10th question. Yes, it is known that current in circuit. So, in a circuit, the current is I. So, that is inversely proportional to, I is inversely proportional to resistance R. Capital R. Okay, inversely proportional they said, no? So, 1 by R. Understand? So, if two quantities are inversely proportional to each other, then their product will be constant. Then their product will be constant. So, here, when the resistance is 20, when the resistance is 20, which means here R and I. So, resistance is 20 and 20 ohms and the current is 8 amperes. current is 8 amperes. If the resistance is 15 ohms, then current is how many amperes? Okay, then the current flow in the circuit is, so that one in how many amperes? Ampere is the unit of current. No, here this is also related to physics question. So children, here you know that I is inversely proportional to resistance. Current is inversely proportional to resistance in a circuit. Okay, so as per this one here also we can say that inversely proportion in question only directly they given. So directly apply that condition here. 20:15 as just you have to take that inverse ratio of 8 and x. So x is to 8. 15 into x is equal to 20 into 8. X is equal to 20 into 8 by 15. 5 3s 15, 5 4s 20. Clear? So x is equals to here 8 3s 24 by 3. X is equal to 24 by 3. From this one, x is equal to 24 by 3. We can write this one as 3 8s 24. Cancellation possible, no? Sorry. Here x is equals to 4 into 8. 4 8s 32, no ma? So x is equals to 32 by 3. So cancellation is not possible here, 32 by 3. So for this one here, 3 10s 30 and here 2 by 3. 10 and 2 by 3 amperes is the correct answer. 10 and 2 by 3 amperes. Okay, so which option is correct here? Yes, option B is correct. 3 into 10 is 30, 30 plus 2 is 32 by 3 amperes. Am I clear? Yes. So see here next 11th question. Here this one also directly they given. The rate of vibrations, let it be some n of a wire. So there are some vibrations in that one, some wires, no? Just like that electrical wires. Okay, we can observe that some vibrations in that wires. So here also they given that the rate of vibrations of a wire in tension is inversely proportional to its length. So this is the given question. Okay, just we are going for that. What is the concept they given here? Okay, but this is related to physics. So you learned about this one in physics, right? So just to see here, as per that question, we are simplifying this one. So the rate of vibrations of a wire in tension is inversely proportional to its length. Inversely proportional to its length. When the length of the wire is, so here length they given and a number of vibrations they given. So see here, when the length of the wire is 160 centimeters, then the vibrations are 400 per second. Okay, if the length of the wire is 160 centimeters, then here number of vibrations that is equals to 400 vibrations per second. Now come to this one. If the length is 100 centimeters, then here how many vibrations they will get? Okay, then we need to find the number of vibrations. So if that length of the vibrations will be decreased, okay, length of the wire will be decreased, then here number of vibrations will be increased. Okay, that's what they given in the question, inversely proportional. Okay, in that question only they given inversely proportional. So as per this one here, 160 is to 100. As the inverse ratio of 400 and x is to 400. 100 into x is equal to 160 into 400. X is equal to 160 into 400 whole by 100. 2 zeros gets cancelled. 4 0 0, 16 4, 64. So 640 vibrations. Okay, if the length of the wire is 100 centimeters, then number of vibrations will be 640. Which option is correct, ma, here? Yes, option C is correct, that is 640. Clear? Yes. Let us see here the last question from this worksheet as well as from this concept also. This is the last question. So what is that? England team scored 8 runs per over. 8 runs per over. In 50 overs per over. In 50 overs they did that 8 runs. Okay. So if India has to win in 40 overs, then the number of runs to be scored by them win the match. Okay, so let us see here, number of runs, 8 runs per over. 8 runs per over. They did that 8 runs per over and they took here 50 overs. They took here 50 overs. And in the same way, if India has to win 40 overs, if India has to win in 40 overs, then each match is having, each over is having how many runs they did. Okay, that's what they're asking here. So take that inverse proportion. So 8 is to x as is to 40 is to 50. So here 8 into 50 by 40, which is equals to x. 8 ones, 8 5s, 40. Clear? 5 ones, 5 tens, 50. X is equal to 10. X is equal to 10. So here what is that correct option, ma? Option B is correct. Or else another way also there, here just we need to find that in 50 overs how many runs they did, we can find out. So 50 into 8. Okay, and in the same way here x is equal to how many runs, just we need to find by using unitary method also we can find this one. Okay ma, so here answer is option B. Clear? So children, up to here a total 4th concept also completed, that is a ratio and proportion. So in the next video again we will meet with the 5th concept, that is a factorization. Okay, thank you all.